All right, what's going on, guys? It's Luke here, back with another video today. I'm going to talk about how you guys could have avoided this loss state if you guys tried to long this 1 minute inversion right here at 9:43 using ES correlation. Before you get into it, guys, Luke X code Alpha Futures. Go use that if you guys want some accounts for the Red Folder news this week. If you guys, we're gonna have a good week, pretty volatile week. So if you guys need accounts, go use that. Alpha Futures, best firm in the game right now. So yeah, go check out the Discord, link in the pinned comment, everything down there. So go check all that out. But let's run through this really quick. Not too much to go over, but I want to explain because a lot of people were asking me why I faded this setup and how you can use ES to kind of like base your trades off of. And a lot of people don't do this. A lot of people don't look at ES, and it's going to save you a lot of stop outs. So let me run through this really quick. This was obviously the trade that I ended up taking today. I didn't catch this many points. I got out somewhere around, I don't know, whatever, something like that. And this was the trade that I faded, and it ended up would have been a loss. And I'm going to explain why. So market opens up. We obviously know we dump down, whatever, and we take out data low. We take out this hourly low. We have an SMT off the lows because, as we know, ES failed to take out the data low, and Q took out the data low. So therefore, we have that like external SMT. So at this point, let me just erase this. I'm going to show you guys what I was looking at and why I faded this setup. So at this point, we could see, okay, price came down, swept out the hourly lows, swept out data low, and it swept out Asia low. We have a higher time frame SMT at this point. This isn't here at this point. So we're like, okay, a lot of people wanted to long here. We got this 1 minute inversion, and at this point you also have a 5 minute unfilled gap above. Like, it makes sense technically wise. Like, technical wise, this is a good setup. Came down, swept out sell side, strong displacement candle to the upside, inversion, clear draw and liquidity above. Now, what's wrong with this trade? Now, when you see something like this, you should always be looking at ES to see what ES is doing. Okay, look at ES at this exact same time, right? You can see that ES is rejecting off this 1 minute gap. So, yes, it has that external SMT. NQ took out the data low, ES never took it out, but ES is rejecting off this 1 minute gap. As you can see, it rejects it perfectly. Okay? What I want to see at this point, I want ES and NQ to correlate. I want them to do like the exact same thing. I want them to be moving together because they're correlated assets. So at this point, the draws and liquidity are above. We have, again, we have this high, these relative equal highs up here. ES has London high and previous day high. And if you look at NQ, what do we have? We have these kind of like relative equal highs, and we have previous day highs. So the draw is clearly above. We're reacting off of a 4-hour bullish gap. ES was also reacting off a 4-hour bullish gap. So obviously the draw is favoring higher. But at this point, I want the confirmation to enter this trade. And in this terms, like in this case, I want to see ES inverse this 1 minute gap. So we play forward right here, and this is when I end up entering the trade on this candle. Let me keep pressing forward. Not yet. Right here. So as you can see, this 950 candle, not only does it inverse this 1 minute gap that we were waiting for, it also displaces higher. And after all of that, what do we get? We get an internal SMT. And the thing with this SMT is that ES puts in the higher low. So what does this mean? This means that ES is the leading index. So now we can expect, okay, not only did ES inverse this 1 minute gap that it was failing to inverse, it also displaced, gave us an SMT, and showed that ES is leading. So now we can take the trade on NQ. We know that ES is like favoring bullish now because order flow shifted from bearish to bullish after inversing that gap. We displaced, and now we can expect that ES is likely going to continue to push price higher. And what is NQ going to do is the lagging index, it's going to follow. So I can go to NQ and take the trade on NQ. So all I was waiting for was ES to inverse this gap or get above this 1 minute gap because this was holding NQ back. So now again, we go back to NQ at the same time. Yes, we already inversed this 1 minute gap, but what do we have now? We have extra confirmation. We have an internal SMT. We know that ES now has inversed that gap, and we got displacement on NQ, and we got displacement on ES. So now, what did I do? I took the trade here, break even at this 5 minute, and I held up to here. And what could we expect? We could expect ES to lead, and as you can see, ES takes out previous day high. That's when I ended up TPing around the time when ES took the highs out because ES was the leading index. So what do you do going forward here? What you need to be doing and paying attention to is watching ES and seeing if ES is holding or rejecting gaps. So in this case, if you're looking to go long here, you should be saying, okay, NQ inverse this gap. Let me check ES. Okay. So what I did, I see NQ inverse this gap, but I look at ES. Okay, I don't want to take this trade until ES can close above here, inverse this gap. Then it's going to give me confidence that both are going to go higher. Okay, so you need to just be watching ES and wait for kind of NQ and ES to correlate. Other times where, you know, you might miss trades or you might not do this, yes. But in this case, that's why I avoided this loss personally. So just something to keep an eye on. Keep an eye on ES, keep an eye on NQ, seeing if they're correlated. If one's holding a gap and one's not, this might hold the trade back or run to your stop loss because you might not see what's going on in the other index. And on top of that, we come down, we sweep out all the sell side. After we sweep out all the sell side, having an internal manipulation is going to add a lot of confidence and Confluence to your trades. So not only do we get ES to give us confirmation, we also get internal manipulation and an SMT. So this just adds even more. So this is like this is a great setup. Okay. So thing here is how I avoid this trade is I look at ES. I just want to see if ES is inversing. Here it is. We get displacement on ES. It's going to give me confidence to want to enter the trade on NQ. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Quick one. Just pay attention to ES, just like you're looking at NQ and seeing if one's holding a gap, one's rejecting the gap, because this might, you know, cause you some unnecessary losses if you neglect that. So that's it for this video, guys. I just want to knock this quick one out because I know a lot of people were wondering about this, but that's it, guys. Just something simple you can add in your trading. Just watch for the correlation between NQ and ES because they're correlated with each other. So that's it for this one, guys. We'll be back at it tomorrow on the charts. We'll see what we catch tomorrow, and quick one here, but that's it for me. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.